Coming from The Guardian, Republican senator who voted for RFK Jr. balks at Louisiana anti-vaccine move. Bill Cassidy, the Republican U.S. Senator, has said his home state of Louisiana's recent decision to cancel the promotion of mass vaccination against preventable diseases is a disservice to parents who want to keep their children healthy. But you voted against those same parents that want to keep their children healthy. All because you're more afraid of Trump and your fellow MAGA fucktwats that don't want to speak out, forgetting that the power is within the people. And if you're honest with your constituency, you'll be voted back in. But you want to keep lying in order to keep somebody else in power. And that power is detrimental to everyone, including yourself and children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, however far down the line your lineage goes, for now. Nonetheless, before those remarks, the medical doctor turned politician who has clashed with Donald Trump joined 51 of his fellow Republicans in voting to confirm anti-vaccine conspiracy theorist Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as Secretary of the U.S.'s Health and Human Services Department. Cassidy had also previously voted to advance Trump's nomination of Kennedy as National Health Secretary from the committee level to the full Senate. So you lined it up. You set it up perfectly, and you're mad that your state took the shot and it was a hole-in-one? Louisiana, which Cassidy has represented in the Senate since 2015, made national headlines on Thursday when its Surgeon General, Ralph Abraham, announced that the state's health department would no longer promote mass vaccination. The directive meant the state government would immediately stop using media campaigns and health fairs to promote or distribute immunization vaccines that have long been proven to be safe and effective, saying it would essentially be up to each family to weigh the risk and benefits on their own. Abraham's announcement, made on the same day as Kennedy's confirmation as U.S. Health Secretary, immediately ignited fears of lower vaccination rates leading to increased sickness, hospitalization, and death in the state of 4.5 million people, as well as a return of diseases such as measles and polio that have been mostly eradicated by vaccines received by most of the population. So I guess making America great and taking it back to a time of greatness means sickness, dismemberment, maiming, racism, heightened disability. Oh, that's right, but you don't want inclusion or accessibility. So how's that going to work? The announcement came as Louisiana grappled with the surge in cases of influenza for which safe, effective vaccines that limit the spread and severity of the virus are offered seasonally. It arrived as neighboring Texas reported about 50 cases of measles on Friday, constituting that state's worst outbreak of the predisease in roughly 3 decades. And it came after the early phases of the COVID-19 pandemic, for which safe, effective, protective vaccines have also been developed, disproportionately affected various communities in the state. So yeah, let's roll back shit and pretend like shit isn't beneficial as everything is making a resurgence. What a way to say fuck them kids and fuck mama and papa. And fuck the disabled communities, right? Cassidy on Friday joined the chorus of detractors questioning the wisdom of the policy unveiled by Abraham, who has been in the position since June. You, with your vote and confirmation of RFK Jr., you're why he's doing this. Truth, science, fact, evidence, that's a thing of the past. We're not relying on that anymore. We're relying on the whims of motherfuckers who love to lie to one another for the sake of power and profit. But who are you going to profit off of when those that are dumb enough to buy your shit are all dead? Y'all just keep refusing to learn from anything. Even when you watched your friends, family, co-workers, neighbors, fellow parishioners die because of your lies. But okay, now you want to sound the alarm. Why? You let the wolf into the hen house. Might as well join in the carnage. Have a drumstick. He issued a statement saying the policy's removal of vital vaccine-related resources is not a stand for parents' rights. Rather, it prevents making healthcare more convenient and available for people who are very busy. The senator said the health fairs shelved by his state have been a boon for parents who suddenly realize their child needs to be immunized and they can't get in to see the doctor. What do you mean they suddenly realize this? Before they can take them to daycare, before they can take them to school, before they can take them anywhere, they have to do this. This isn't something that's new. This is not the first round of, parents need to get their children vaccinated. What do you mean they suddenly... It may be 6 weeks or longer for a routine visit, Cassidy's statement said. He added that was why, in his prior career as a physician, he had run a large-scale immunization programs to bring healthcare and immunizations to the patient. Also, you have to realize, a lot of these fairs are the only time that a lot of parents can get free or low-cost immunizations for their children. And before y'all go, but every city offers this and everybody doesn't know that information. And a lot of places where you could go, a lot of these parents don't qualify for it. Their children don't qualify for it. But all right, I guess y'all want the zombie apocalypse to come sooner than later. Things like vaccine fairs keep a child from having to miss school and a mother from having to miss work, and a father. A father. Jesus Christ. You know what? Cassidy said, that is the reality of today's medicine. To say that cannot occur and that someone must wait for the next available appointment ignores that reality. You ignored reality when you voted the way that you voted. And I think there should be a new rule. If you are a parent and you do not participate and you don't know your child's doctors, teachers, their curriculum, what they're allergic to, what their vaccine schedule is, you don't get to say who gets nominated into what position. You don't get to put forth any type of bills or legislation that has to do with anybody's way of life because you have no fucking idea. He continued, advertising the benefit of vaccines and where to get them helps parents improve the health of their child. It's important information they may not have known or needed to be reminded of. In this country, we will do any and everything to help parents not parent.